can't take pain. Anytime something painful happens to you, anytime something stressful happens to you, you back out. Anytime it don't feel good, you back out. Anytime it feels uncomfortable, you back out. And let me tell you what's going to happen every single time you back out. Every single time you back out, you're going to feel real good that you got away from that situation. But because you got ambitions, because you got goals, you're going to keep coming into that same pain, that same discomfort, that same uneasiness. You're going to continue falling right back into that same discomfort every single time. And if you keep backing out and you never go through it, if you never go through that pain, you're going to feel it every single time that you go through it. You're going to feel it. And if you never get through it, you'll never get what you want in life.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me. Not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. We got a bunch of them to talk about today.
Ladies and gentlemen.
9 of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is AJ McMullen, also formerly known as Aaron Mack. That is Marcus Morton.
Hey.
And we are back. Today is episode 99, fam. 99, bruh. Boy, has it been a long journey, man. A long journey. Got a special episode for y'all next week, so you want to stay tuned for that. We ain't gonna get into that right now. We're gonna talk about that on at the end of the episode, so stay tuned. But today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, 99, episode 99. Mark, we got a boss of false, man. You got a boss of false?
Yeah, I got a boss of false.
Go into something, but I'll let you have that.
I mean, if you had a boss of false, you could have went. But
yours probably better. I'm just gonna be real.
All right, so story time. So like we were just kind of talking about, we all have those friends. We do it ourselves sometimes. Like just going out your way to help someone, it's a good thing to be willing to be in that mindset of like just sharing kindness constantly. But like, how do you
tell a story, fam? I was waiting on a story. What's up?
Oh, you waiting on a story?
Yeah, bro. You took personal experience. What you got?
Well, yeah. Because I don't want to. It's weird telling the same thing I already did. But all right, so
gotta get used to it, bro.
we got this coworker, this friend at work, a personal friend or whatever you want to call it. We was talking one time, and he was like, and this was his own family. He would help them, fix their vehicles, all this other stuff. He's really good mechanic with small things, big things, cars, lawnmowers, the whole 9 yards. And like they just literally like fucked them over. Like one of the times he was helping his I think it was either his father or his mom, one of them. And he always makes sure they good. If they need help financially, he got them. If like they needed their car repaired, he got them. One time his car was like getting like it was running dead on him, or it was on his last leg, and his grandpa had like a spare car or whatever, but he was like, this is just for when his car goes down, when his grandfather's car goes down or whatever. And in the midst of all that, like his parents, they needed a car, so they just kind of like just took the grandfather's, and it was just like bump everybody else, and kind of just like ran the car into the dirt. And was thinking to myself, like, I've always been that helpful person as well. And I'm like, yo, is it like a false or false move to like when you get hurt so much, just like kind of not shy away from like helping people, but like kind of put your guard up, kind of like
Oh,
when it happens again, even though that person might be might have like a good heart, you just kind of like, nah, not this time, not this time.
man. All right. So there's a whole episode on that right there, bro. Like, there's a whole episode, Mark. I don't even think you get it, bro. For real, man. Is it a boss or a false move to pull back?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just go ahead and call a spade a spade. Is it a boss or a false move to say, look, man, I've helped you as much as I possibly could. And now that I've helped you as much as I possibly could, I ain't helped myself at all. And you just pull everything up out of me. So I got to pull back and focus on me for a minute. Because if I keep focusing on you, you going to crash, you going to burn. And to try to keep you from crashing and keep you from burning, I'm going to keep having to hold you. And while I'm holding you, my arm getting cut up, my hands getting cut up, I got fingers falling off, bro. My shoulder falling out of the socket, bro. I can't hold you no more. I can't hold you no more. Straight up, like that's a boss move. That's a boss move, bro. And you know what? Like, we can hit on that for a second, because like, people quick to tell you that blood is thicker than water. When it comes to this, bro, people quick to tell you blood is thicker than water. You family, like this is, I'm your brother, I'm your sister, I'm your mom, your dad, your cousin, your auntie, uncles, like any of that. Like, people quick to tell you that, we family, and family is tight, family is this, putting all these different expectations and different realities on family. Like, they're giving you the fantasy about family, but it only worked one way. I'm being real. It only worked one way with most people. And the situation that you're talking about, and I heard it, right? It's like, all right, we family, but when I need something, I got seniority over you. I come before you, so I take what I need first and bump what you need. So, no, bro, like, it's for real. Like, if I need something, yo, I don't at this point, bro. Like, what you saying, Mark? I don't even go to family for that, bro. I don't even go to family for help. Like, that's the whole reason why I cut them jokers off, bro. Because every time I need help from them, or need help, like, I ain't never needed help from any of them, because I see how they help each other. I see how they help each other, and I see how trifling they are to each other. So why would I ever ask you for help if you just gonna do the same thing to me that you did to my mom? Like, yo, for real, I'm not about to ask you for nothing, fam. I don't need nothing from you, because I don't need that drama, fam. So no, it's not a false move at all to step back and be like, yo, y'all got that.
Hey.
You got that. I don't want nothing to do with that. So no, absolutely not, fam.
And it's crazy because like those family members that are like that, like the families that are like that, like they'll use that quote, and they'll be the main ones that, like, if someone asks for help or if someone's lacking, they the first ones to start talking bad about them. Like, just completely throw them on the bus. Oh, such and such ain't this, always asking for help and all this other stuff. They can't never keep a job or whatever, but they might be going through like a serious rough patch. Like, it's in some situations, like, people do have it hard out here. Like, you get one misdemeanor or like one felony, jobs look at you like you are the spawn of Satan. Like,
correction, most people make it hard on themselves.
That too. Because because a lot of people, they'll put themselves in a situation, or like the situation they're in is completely their own fault. And then it's just like they're like where my help at? And you just like, bro, you got there like on your own. Like you put yourself there. There
You
were
created this situation.
many paths you could have taken. You chose the wrong ones. You know, you can blame it on you being young, anything like that. But you knew, like, you know, sometimes shutting up and like putting your ego aside, you know, will really go a long way. Because it only takes one mistake for you to be in a real bad situation.
Right.
You in the wrong place and you just, you know, kind of running at the mouth. It ain't no telling where that's gonna lead. You get in a fight with like, you know, people you don't know, or like you just ruined a situation with
anything, man, anything, bro.
anything.
Like, yeah, like people, I swear to God, bro, like so many people play the victim card, bro. Like the hands were stacked against you, like, and it's one thing. Like I'm trying to like figure that part out myself, bro. Cause like I found myself playing the victim card when it came to the 9 to 5, fam. Like and I heard a dude and he was complaining about like my oh, all right. So let me just go in here, bro. My dude, he came to me with the problem. He said, I need to be moved into a new area because where y'all got me at is where I'm always at. And this ain't nobody that put up numbers. I'm just being real, bro. He come through, he riding the bench. I'm just being real. He come to work whenever he feel like it. He work, you know, maybe about 2 or 3 hours, and my man be like, I'm going home. He one of those type of dudes, right? So he came to me upset because where we put him at, because when you come through, you don't make no numbers, so you go there. And I'm pretty sure you know where I'm talking about is, you know, everybody look at it like Punishmentville, but I'm like, yo, if I'm working, I won't be there too. Like, yo, for real.
Right.
But yeah, he came to me and he said that, you know, I'm tired of being there. Y'all always got me here. You know, let me move somewhere else. And then the conversation switched from that to, you know, I got, you know, it's hard for a dude out here. You know, I'm just coming up for 10 years of being locked up. You know, I got this going on outside of here. I'm like, yo, ain't none of that relative to this situation. And you know, I realized like my dude used that as a victim, like he played victim card, like with him getting out of jail. And I'm like, yo, what does that have to do with anything? That ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you don't come in here and do absolutely nothing. Like, bro, like I don't know what to tell you, bro. But look, I found myself like playing the same card, right? When it comes to the job, I found myself just doing this little dance where I'm like, yo, I can make so much in my business, but for whatever reason, my job is keeping me from doing that. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm like, yo, I got a job. My job is doing it. And I found myself having a conversation with somebody and telling them the same thing. Somebody who was already, you know, out of the 9 to 5 living. They like, look, I do this for a living. This is what I do. You see what I'm doing here? This is what I do. And I'm like, yo, how do you manage to get there? And I'm like, my job is taking up so much time. And it's like, why do you got a job? Like straight up, why do you got the job then? If you feel that way, why do you got the job? Don't use your job as a victim card to keep you from doing this right here. If this is what you want to do, then do this right here. Like, yo, for real. And some people, bro, they they get in this boat where they're like, this is what happened to me, so this is why I'm not going to perform.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark.
A lot of things. All right, so especially with the you know, I just got a JOO, the system is, you know, stacked against me and all those other cards that dude could have played. there's somebody out there in, a similar situation, fresh out of jail, and they trying to get it. They trying to grind. They trying to prove themselves. Probably even like redeem themselves with like maybe a relationship that failed or something, or like they went to jail and a situation with they kids, they relative or something, the family looking at them like the black sheep, and they doing the complete opposite. They using that as fuel to just like, all right, I'm gonna make it. Like, I've been at my lowest point. I ain't got nowhere to go but up. And it's just crazy how like you said, you got this one person that's just like, oh, what happened to me? I can't do nothing. Like I said, the system is stacked against me.
And it is, bro. It is. Like I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, fam. The system is stacked against you, dog. Especially and like I'm not using that as like fuel to the victim card, bro. Like like for real, we black, bro. We black. There will be other podcasts with two white dudes doing the same exact thing that we doing. They got a better shot than us. And be that as it may, bro. We not using that as an excuse to slide back into the background, fam. We still coming for that spot. We still coming for that spot. That's why we still here today. That's why we still doing what we do. That's why we still making the things that we make, bro. Like, bro, for real. There has not been a time where I sat back and didn't think about the fact that I'm a black man trying to do what Stan Lee doing. I'm gonna tell y'all like this: 10 years ago in the world, just 10 years ago, y'all thinking that like a long time? 10 years ago, that wasn't acceptable. Think about it. The Black Lives Matter movement didn't start until 2012-ish, 2013, maybe somewhere around that time. People start getting killed and all that other stuff. Black folks start. It's been going on forever, but at a time it died off. At a time, it was like 9/11, all these tragedies and everything like that was those were the big talks. But the police killing the black people, that's where it came back out. That's where that's where the media started hyping it back up again, and now we back into this thing. So 10 years ago, my idea of being the new Stan Lee wasn't a thing for two reasons. Because first of all, Stan Lee was still alive. Next thing, I'm black. It ain't been not one time that I sat down and wrote in my book and was like, yo, because I'm a black man, this might not sell. But I have to realize that that's the case. But even though that's the case, I can't let it discourage me. I can't be like, okay, I'm black, I ain't gonna write this. It got so many people out here, bro. Like there are so many people. And I talk to them, they say, the man. The man keeping me from doing this. The man won't want us to do this. The man don't want me to have that. Like, yo, get the fuck off that conversation. Get the fuck off of it. And whoever you talking to that's having that conversation with you, back the fuck up away from them, bro. Like Mark said, it's a boss move to separate yourself from those type of people. Go ahead, Mark. My bad, man.
Nah, you get this is gonna be the one. All right, so like it's real easy to I ain't gonna say it's easy. It's really just the change of perspective. Like we've always said this before. We've said it in plenty of episodes. You got two people, similar backgrounds. One is grinding, is getting it. One is just like, I'm gonna play the victim. They choose to stay in that rut, that hole that they're in. And all it takes is like, all right, I'm gonna work hard here. I'm gonna sacrifice time here, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to just get out of the situation. It takes discipline, because like with me, how can I explain it? Like I know the next couple of weeks I'm gonna have to strictly be at work because you know I had some stuff going on with my car and whatnot. I got most of that stuff. Well, I got them fixed. I got the transmission service. I changed the spark plugs. Still running a little iffy, but like I took time off of work and I got that done. Like when stuff, you know, started kind of, you know, acting a little funny, I was like, all right, I'm gonna sacrifice my time at work and I'm gonna get this fixed. Like this is the bread and butter. I can't let it die on me. I'm going to get it fixed. And all it took was, all right, me taking, you know, some sacrifice here, taking some hits here, and boom, I got it done. You know, I saved some costs, you know, changing my own, you know, spark plugs or whatever. I didn't know how to do it, but you know, I learned and boom, that simple. And now to get out the hole that I put myself in, you know, financially, I'm just taking, you know, some extra time to work. And that same formula could be applied to anything to get out the 9 to 5, to follow your dreams, get the goal. First, you're gonna have to, you know, take some hits, learning something or, you know, putting time into something else and just figuring it out. And then once you figure it out, you just start taking, you know, baby steps to get it done.
All right. So folks think it's a game, right? Folks think we get on here and we speak all this theory, right? I want to give y'all, and this is based off it. I promise y'all, this ain't planned. We didn't script this. I promise y'all, but I'm gonna blow somebody's mind with this, right? And I'm gonna rewind back to the first thing you said, and I'm gonna go through in a different perspective, right? So imagine if I was the dude who had all that going on, right? Dude or girl who had all that going on. I'm in your position, and I'm gonna recreate the same scenario. I work about an hour away from my spot, right? My car is, you know, it's tripping. And to keep it from tripping, I got to keep it from tripping. I got to make some moves, right? And I know I got to make some moves, but you know, I don't really feel like going to work, right? Be that as it may, you know, I don't take any time off of work. I just keep doing what I need to do, and you know, keep going to work. And then the car break down on me, and now instead of me, you know, taking responsibility for the car breaking down on me, I'm like, oh man, this always happened to me, man. This is crazy. I don't understand, man. And you know, now you like, I can't come to work because X, Y, and Z. And you know, instead of just going and do what you need to do, or you know, reverse it a little bit, I take off of work to get the car fixed. And then some other financial situations go down the hole because I took off that work to get the car fixed. I spent the money to get the car fixed. And, you know, I ain't trying to work no extra because, you know, I don't feel like working. But then when when the shit hit the fan, or the financial shit hit the fan, when that elephant is on the table, then you like, all right, this always happens. I don't understand. God, why you doing this to me? Bruh, listen. This is just a matter of perspective. It's just a matter of perspective, fam. And people do not understand it's just that easy. In the situation, how are you going to react to the situation? How are you going to respond to the situation? How are you going to move past it? And that is somebody on the complete opposite end of the spectrum of the same exact story that Mark just told. He could have easily sat down, hung his head up, and was like, all right, car dead. Let me go ahead and bum rass from a girl. Right. Easily, bro. Easily. He could have easily did that. They work at the same place. Granted, they go at different times. They work on different days, but bro, they go to the same place. I'm telling you, he could have easily said, yo, let me go ahead and carpool with my girl, hang that joint up, park that bitch in the backyard on bricks. Bruh, he could have easily did that. He could have easily said, all right, look, I don't know how to fix that. Perfect example. I don't know how to fix that.
True.
Mark, how you learn how to change spark plugs? Because I ain't tell you how to change spark plugs.
You freaking tube, my guy.
YouTube, bro. YouTube University.
Fact.
YouTube University. Mark could have been like, yo, Mac, I don't know how to change those spark plugs, bro. Can you come do it for me? I know you know how to do it, bro. Come do it, bro. I don't know how to do it. He could have easily did that. Right. He could have easily said that. But no, he was like, all right, look, I'm going to take time off. I'm going to learn how to do it. Mark changed spark plugs.
Real simple stuff, man.
It ain't that hard, bro. It ain't that hard. You just need to get the little spark plug wrench. So, that's all. In some cars, you don't even need that because the wires just come off the bit. That
is true. The holes for what my spark plugs is, they kind of too small for that wrench for some reason. That socket actually, they have smaller. It depends on where you get the socket from, I think.
Yeah, I changed mine on the 2013, bro. It was the weirdest experience. I was like, is this supposed to? I don't know where this is going.
I had to do some third grade science type stuff to get the spark plug out. I couldn't get in there to reach it, and the socket wasn't pulling it out because I had to use just a regular deep socket. So what I did was I took a magnet, I stuck it on like the very edge where the handle is of a freaking screwdriver, stuck it in there, magnet, made the screwdriver.
Yeah, I had the pull out antenna looking joint with the magnet at the end of it.
That's what I wanted, but I couldn't find none of those.
Yeah, I got a few of them. I have no idea where the hell they are. I just know they show up when I don't need them, and I can't find them whenever I do. Right. But yeah, like for real, y'all heard that right there, bro. Like that's it. That's the two different type of perspectives of the same exact situation. And Mark could have easily said, "Yo, I can't handle this. Yo, jump in for me. Tag out.
Hey, and
tag out, fam."
I ain't gonna say I haven't been there before because it took some time to learn that I have to do this. Like I've been there where right, because I've been there where something went wrong with the car because before I even knew that I needed to do stuff like this or get it serviced and all this other stuff, like it died on me like that. It's not brand new, but there's a different transmission in my vehicle now than what it started with because I didn't heed the signs. I was just oblivious. I was like, hey, it's eventually I'll get something done to it. I was that guy, woe is me or whatever, and fucked up transmission, had to pay. I think I paid I paid my father. Father paid $6,000. He put up $6,000 to get it.
Jesus.
Yeah. Because we had to search on some type of online junkyard place or whatever. They had a similar Nissan.
Somebody who might have like salvaged something.
Yeah. And he put up the $6,000 and I had to pay him back eventually over time. $6,000 is
while still paying for the car.
Yeah. So you could imagine how that went. A lot of
yelling in that conversation.
No, he's not the because
sell a bitch.
Because he didn't know either about the CVT transmissions. They're real finicky. After it happened to my car, we started noticing because I think it was also a CVT transmission was also in my mom's Rogue, and that kind of started acting a little funny around the same time. And he was like, "Oh, so we need to get it serviced so it doesn't end up like Marcus's car." So I was kind of the guinea pig. So
you were that lab experiment.
Right. Got it. Like, we ain't getting no more cars with CVT transmissions.
Yo, for real, like I ain't never had that problem with the CVTs. So I'm like,
so it's real strange because like the fluid is supposed to last. They say it's a lifetime fluid or whatever, but I think it's just the wear that it gets, because they say it gets real like gritty, because it's supposed to be like a friction fluid or something. And it's real weird. It's like after it circulates through your vehicle so many times, the grit or the grime or whatever just. But
no, this ain't no mechanic podcast. We're gonna go ahead and skip off of that for the moment. So Mark, with all that being said, bro, why is it that you think people can't move forward in life? So, because it's like it's real easy to say, like, how can I put this? It's real easy to say that that, like, squirrel puppy barking again. It's weird. So yeah, it's real easy to say that like, don't play the victim, or don't look at things a certain way. But like, what are some other issues and some other reasons that you think people don't succeed in life?
Got plenty of lack of accountability, cause like I could have easily been like, oh, this is something new, my car messing up because it's just that time. There's plenty of things that I've probably done that could have went into the car mess. Well, I mean, car wear and tear. I don't speed anymore like that. So just like past situations that I've been in, all the situations that I've been in are my fault. I chose to help those people. I chose to go out my way to do certain things, to burn myself out. Well, what's another issue? Not being able to like just self-access, self-reflect, just.
You said it. You hit the nail on the head. Self-assess, bro. The inability to self-assess.
To realize what you're doing is wrong. It's just like you like you said before, like you have the power. You could easily learn how to do a new skill to kind of make your resume or yourself stand out in like the work field, any type of field you're trying to get into, if it's like cosmetic.
All right, so let me jump in right quick and tell it's like somebody who listening, but like it's somebody right now who like, I don't know if I got that problem. And if you listen to this, you probably more like easier to catch yourself in this problem than most people, right? But there's somebody out there like, yo, how do I know if I got the inability to self-assess? If you are the type of person who do what you want and you can't take criticism because you automatically down somebody's throat because they gave you some kind of criticism, you got an inability to self-assess. If somebody can't come to you and say, look, I got, this is what you were supposed to do. This is what you did. Those things don't line up. We don't need this. Do it over. And you look at them and be like, man, you got an inability to self-assess. If you are the type of person where, I don't need to learn nothing. I'm good. I don't need to learn absolutely nothing new. I am who I am, and I am the best. You have an inability to self-assess. So now that we've addressed the issue, we've addressed the elephant. Let's talk about that. How do we fix that? How do we fix that, Mark?
Well,
I got a few ways. I got
to tell how I fix that, because I ain't gonna say I used to be that person, because I've always been willing to learn something new. Even when I went to the shipyard, the reason I had like such a hard time is because like it was a whole new world. Like they were on me on like some other shit. Like and it wasn't even about the job, but just to get out that situation. Just be willing to learn. It takes discipline. Discipline also. You got to get uncomfortable. Like a lot of times, with the situations I've been in, it was very uncomfortable. Like, what I could have done, especially with my vehicle in past situations, like I didn't know. And like you said, I could have used that to be like, all right, I ain't gonna do it because I don't know. But like I said, I was willing to learn. I put in the time. I set time aside to figure it out.
So yeah, like I mean hit a situation that happened to me recently, bro. And like this is one of the dudes that I'm having a problem with at work. He's like one of my colleagues, and my man just on some ain't nothing wrong with me. It's y'all that's the problem. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't do nothing wrong. Huh? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Be humble. That's another thing. Humble yourself. But like, cause no one knows everything. So how you
come out your lips with that shit, dog?
Like some people had this Kanye West mentality, and it's just like, yo, why? Like we don't need that here.
And it did like, and then when you call him out on it, like, I'm from Detroit, I don't play that. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck who you. And look, I had the nine to ask my man one day. I was like, yo, have you he hit me with the I'm from Detroit thing, and like when I was trying to show him something that the manager was like, look, this was done wrong. Can we get it done again? And he was the one that did it. And I tried to show him, and he said, I'm from Detroit, I don't play that. So I was like, all right, cool.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm from Petersburg. That mean anything? All right, cool. Never mind. But anyway, I asked him. I was like, "Yo, you know who E.T. the hip hop preacher is?" He was like, "Nah." I was like, "Yeah, he a motivational speaker. Well, number one motivational speaker in the world. He from Detroit too. I don't think he would have said what you just said." I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm like 100% positive he wouldn't have said what you just said. So I don't know what that means, but this need to be redone. Do you need me to do it or you got it? And he was like, no, I got it. He took it. I was like, you need me to show you how? No, I got it. My man, you got it. He took that joint away and he did it wrong again, bro. I was like, all right. And then when he was called out on it, oh, that's y'all fault. Y'all did that. Who was y'all, bro? Who is y'all?
That was all you.
I'm trying to figure out who y'all is because hillbilly songs. I don't really know who you talking about, bro. Like, who was y'all? Like, you were the one that had your hands on it. You molded the ball yourself, bro. Like, who are you talking about? So yeah, but we had that situation, bro, and I told my man, I was like, look, yo, like, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want me to tell you, but that's on you. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Nobody hands was on it. This was given to you. Well, I don't know how to do that. Well, bro, I was here trying to tell you how to do it, and we spent 20 minutes talking about how it was my fault. Like, bro, what do you want to do? We got shit to do, bro. We ain't got time for this. What you gonna do?
And it's insane. Like, and like we said, back to insanity. We've touched on this before. Like, people like that, they'll constantly go through the same thing over and over again and won't change. And it's like you would think, like, because he's probably been at that job for a good little minute. He ain't fresh out of college.
About his 6 years.
Like proud about 6 years. 6 years. And you've probably been on that same BS from day one. And it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he wanted the dudes to use that shit as a bargaining chip, bro.
6 years.
Yeah, he used that as a bargaining chip, bro. I'm like, look, I hope I never be like you. I told him straight up, like he said that shit the other day, and I'm like, look, I hope I never get there. I don't want it. I really don't. Like, I really don't want that. That ain't what I see for my life.
Right.
Which is also another thing, man. Well, go ahead.
Look, I was just gonna say, like, so how do people get into that mindset? Like, what led him to just be like, yo, I'm the man? I know we talk about, you know, like your star player, but like that's not
star player mentality.
That ain't that's ego, that's pride, that's nothing but ego and pride speaking. And it's just like, yo, like be the empty cup. Why you want to be the this full cup that nothing can be poured into? Like, be willing to, you know, all right, pour your knowledge out, you know, pour it into somebody else or whatever, and then be willing to learn more, to get more, and just like constantly do that, so you could be, instead of being like just the ace of spades, be the jack of all trades. Like, what? I don't know.
How do we get? How does somebody get like that, bro? I haven't. I don't know, bro. Because I got like, I would say like it's like some kind of trauma or some shit. Like they got like some happened to them in their childhood where they're like, I don't know, where it's like your parents made you feel too special. They coddled you too much. They told you good job even when you did wrong. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. Like, it's like a number of things that could have happened, that could have led up to that, bro. But that's why the inability to, that's why self-assessing is important, bro.
Right.
Because like I personally, I don't know how a person get like that. I just know I meet these people and I want to stay as far away from them as humanly possible. And I know there's people who listening who are like, yo, but you said take care of your star player. And that sounds like taking care of the star player. If you listening to this and you heard that and you thought that, bro, you one of the people who need to self-assess and figure out that you probably need to, like Mark said, you a full cup. And you know what full cup means? That means that any new knowledge that comes through, any new situations, new opportunities that come through, you know what happens when you try to pour water into a full cup? It run right off. It run right off. It run right off onto the side. So you got full cup, new opportunities pour right off the side. New knowledge pour right off the side. New opportunities pour right off the side. Like, yo, you can't pour anything more into a full cup. So why would you want to be a full cup? Why would you not acknowledge the fact that you out here acting like a full cup and you need to half cup yourself?
Right.
Why would you be out here acting like, yo, I'm the best thing smoking, and say that you want to reach new heights? You say that you want to reach new heights, but yet you don't want to put in the effort, the amount of effort that it takes in order to get to where you need to get to. You want to say, all right, cool. And Mark, I guess this is one of the elephants we keep talking about. People keep coming out their mouth. They come through their lips and say that they trying to move up. But yet when somebody tell them what's going on and what's keeping them from moving up, they tell you, look, man, I'm good. It's this person's fault that I ain't get this. It's this person's fault that I ain't get this. And this dude is one of them dudes, bro. It don't matter how many times you tell this clown that, look, you handled that situation wrong, bro. You handled that situation wrong. We get graded on our level, at our level, Mark. We get graded on how well we treat our associates, how well we do this, how well we interact with people, bro. My man don't even know his people, bro. Yo, how you got people working with you? You don't even know your people, bro. Like, yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you got and no matter how many times you tell them, like, look, bro, you got to learn these folks, dog. You can't just pick and choose who you want to know. That ain't how that works. That ain't how that works, fam. You gotta understand the ins and outs. You trying to understand the ins, and you got some outs over here that you ain't even paying attention to. And then when somebody told you that, look, bro, you focus right here, and I get that, but and 90 degrees is cool, but you got something at 180, and you got something at 120, 180, and all the way around, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got to focus on all of it. So if there's a situation that you're going through in your life right now, and you're like, yo, I'm stuck. And people get into this right. And Mark kind of said something about it on a previous episode where, you were like, you were trying to get the template of what you should do with your career, as far as like how to learn, the video game, the digital design, making, and how to use some of the programs that you got. And some people, they don't get to a point where they get the blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look for the blueprint. There's things happening in your life right now, and you just letting it pass by. You just you looking at it like the same way that you looked at it when you were in kindergarten, where you said, okay, this situation don't feel good. Let me go the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take pain. You can't take pain. That's the elephant number.
Right there.
That's another one. That's another one. You can't take pain. Anytime something painful happens to you, anytime something stressful happens to you, you back out.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime it don't feel good, you back out. Anytime it feels uncomfortable, you back out. And let me tell you what's going to happen every single time you back out. Every single time you back out, you're going to feel real good that you got away from that situation. But because you got ambitions, because you got goals, you're going to keep coming into that same pain, that same discomfort, that same uneasiness. You're going to continue falling right back into that same discomfort every single time. And if you keep backing out and you never go through it, if you never go through that pain, you're going to feel it every single time that you go through it. You're going to feel it. And if you never get through it, you'll never get what you want in life. Just being real, you'll never get it. You'll never get there. You never get the career that you want. You never get the spouse that you want. You never get the big car, the fancy car, the big house, the lifetime goals. You never get the achievements that you want. You never finish anything. You will keep starting on everything, and you will never finish a thing. Why? Because every time you get to this discomfort, you go back to the kindergartner that was afraid to go to first grade.
Yeah. Oh man. And like, whew. Oh. And I want to say, like, if you're that person that is looking for the blueprint and like you can't find it, still start. Make your own blueprint if possible. Because you're gonna go through pain. Pain is a way of life. It's a part of growing. People say it all the time when you're growing up. Oh, you're gonna have growing pains.
Growing pains. Growing pains, yeah.
And it's with every aspect of your life. If you're learning something new, there are gonna be pains, there are gonna be aches. I remember I was trying to teach myself the piano and guitar. When I was learning the basics, my wrists were killing me because they've never been in that situation before.
Good.
That hand position, you gotta constantly hold it in. And I was like, because the friends that I was with, they knew they've been playing guitar since like maybe forever or something, or I don't know. And I was like, yo, like, it was like, you good? I was like, I don't know, like my wrist been hurting, since forever. And I was learning from them, and it was like, oh, you've never played like the guitar that much before. And I was like, no, not really. Like, it's probably the positions you've had your hand in for a while. And then the piano, you actually got to kind of like sit proper and whatnot. So,
let me even go into that part right quick. I hate to cut you off, bro, but look, and y'all got to hear that, fam. Ma just said, like, yo, I was trying to learn how to play the guitar. My hands was hurting. Ma,
Hey.
Ma, let me ask you something. Had you made your hands comfortable, bro, had you made your wrists comfortable, would you still be able to play the guitar the same? Is it still the same? Does it still sound like the same instrument? If it's comfortable, does it still sound like the same instrument, Ma?
Oh no, not at all. Like once you get the hang of it, yo, it sounds like what
But
I
I'm saying,
mean.
like you said, I gotta turn my hands and they uncomfortable. My wrist is uncomfortable. If I straighten that joint out and play like I want to play with my wrist straight out, does it still sound like the same instrument? Can you still play to the full and the best of your abilities if I make my hand comfortable? If I've never done it before?
No, not at all.
Thank you. Point proven. Point. My point, bro. My point.
Gotta get uncomfortable to make music. Yes. To make something happen, you gotta get out that comfort zone and just do it. We've said this on many podcasts, you know, just make it happen. Like you gotta step outside yourself. You gotta push through the pains, the aches, the uncomfortableness. It's gonna happen. Like I said, I haven't been through like I've been through a couple of like different type of classes and stuff for speaking, but still getting in front of a crowd, it might be 20, might be 10, might be 100, you still gonna feel that gut feeling. You might even stumble on over words, but it's just your presentation, your passion towards whatever you have going on, and that's what gets you through it. Like if you go to speak at something, and it's funny because we just had a group of friends we had a friend ask the question like, does presentation outweigh like what you actually have to say or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
what's more important, the presentation or the message?
And most of the time, in some crowds, it can kind of go either or. Because
it can't, bro.
Really?
Nah, it's not possible. I there was a lot going on that day where I couldn't answer that, but yeah, like for real, your presentation is way more important, bro. Like and this was like something that I was telling you.
Yeah.
It was like something I was telling you about. Like we got a message, and like I would say the first 20 something episodes of us trying to get the podcast together, I was saying like this was the reason why I wanted to go back and touch on a few things, because I learned some tricks on how to adjust my message and my style of how I tell it. And I was telling you, and I don't know if you remember it, but because it was so long ago, because you know we got so many episodes, but but I was telling you that I felt like I didn't get the point across. I would always say I feel like I didn't get the point across. I feel like it could have been a little more direct, a little more precise, but I always felt like I never got the point across. The message was there, but the thing is that nobody hears the message if you didn't present it right. Okay. And not only that, but you know, your presentation got to be tuned to the people that you're talking to.
All right.
So yeah.
Interesting. I don't know what else can we talk about.
I wanted to touch on like the corporate America aspect of this, because like let's be real, like most of the people who listening, they'll be a part of some kind of job. It's not like we have like upper class professionals and things, of people making six figures, entrepreneurs and all that other stuff listening to us at the moment. Maybe the next 100 episodes, but it's not like, you know, everybody who listening to us right now, like bro, they probably like 9 to 5ers just like us, bro. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this, dog. I want to talk to the 9 to 5 people, and you know, especially if you like us and you want to move like you want to do something way more than just your job. Man, I got so many people who I talk to, bruh, where they like, look, man, this job sucks. I want to go find another one. All right, I feel you. I feel you on that. And my man at the little, we had a little HR huddle thing the other day, and my man said, I'm gonna just be honest with you guys, no job is perfect. And I'm like, look, I get that, but wrong is wrong. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, like, yo, for real, your job suck. Be that as it may, you go find another job that's gonna suck too. Because you know your job suck. You know jobs suck in general, or at least I hope you know that jobs suck. And they don't suck because they just suck. They suck because you want to do more. You want to do more with your life. So instead of going into another job, bro, you got to change your focus, man. You got to change your focus. You got to get off of that that job train and just figure out what you want to do with your life, because the longer you take trying to figure out what you're passionate about, the more you're going to spend your time at these jobs. You're going to be job hopping for the rest of your life, and you're never going to find what you want. You'll never find what you want. You'll never get the life that you want if you continue doing what you're doing. And I don't know how I can make that more plain. Like, I got a guy who he's older than me, 33 years old, bro, and he still live with his mom's, fam. He still live with his mom's, bro. Like, every time I ask him, like, yo, he like, this job sucks. I want to go home. This is terrible. And I'm like, yo, what do you do? What do you do for a living, bro? You just a big ass waste of space, bro. What are you doing?
Come on.
You ain't no team player. You don't do what we ask you to do. You don't make no moves. You ain't like, and you're not like one of the exceptional people that we can get to do anything. You just one of the people that's been there longer. You ain't got you ain't got nothing going for you. What do you do for a living, bro? And he says, like, I'm just looking for another job. To do what?
Do the same thing.
And then what, bro? You like, yo, that ain't gonna get you out your mom's basement, bro. Like, what are you doing, dog?
Right.
And like, I gotta talk to y'all people, man, because y'all make me sick, bro. Like, I'm just being real. Like, every time I talk to you, I try to give you advice, and you look at it like it's theory. We had the same job, I get it, but you look at me and you got people saying congratulations every time they see me, and you like, all right, yeah, this job sucks though.
Oh wow. Oh,
I'm just being real, and I ain't trying to brag, but dog, like, I spent like the last week, and a funny situation happened, man. One of the dudes who we work with, he heard people telling me congratulations so much when I got back the other week. He congratulated Alyssa. It was like, I heard y'all was expecting. Alyssa was like, was anybody going to tell me? What are you talking about?
Right, like, I didn't even know. Thank you,
bro.
Okay, all right.
But they're like, for real, you hear that going on, man. You like, yo, this man is leaving he left the job to not, he ain't just like, all right, I'm taking VTO. Like, he didn't say that. He was just like, look, I got something I got to do. I got things that I got to take care of. I'll holler at y'all when I holler at y'all. And you still look at this as theory. Yo, for real. Y'all see me. I'm here. Like, I'm tangible, bro. Like, I'm tangible. I'm right here, bro. I'm not a dream. I'm not the American dream, fam. Like, and I'm not saying that to brag, but look, y'all see what I'm doing. Y'all see the work that we putting in. Y'all see the things that we doing, bro. We everything we said we was gonna do, we already did it. Everything that we said we're gonna do, everything that we said we are going to do, we are working towards it right now. Look, this is in theory. Everything that you hear right now on all these episodes, this is like, what? Look, bro, I'm gonna tell you. Most of the stuff that I've been saying, Mark, like all the advice that I've been giving, bro, like most of it has been putting the cart before the horse. What do I mean by that? It was theory to me before.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard it, it made sense. It was theory. And I said, on the podcast, I'm not a professional, but these are things that I get from the millionaires that I'm listening to, the entrepreneurs that I'm listening to, E.T. the hip hop preacher, Jamal King, Carl Phillips, like CJ. Like, bro, these are all people like, yo, the Secret to Success podcast, bro. I listen to that on repeat. And they had like episode 2, almost 300, bro. They like a few episodes off of 300. And I listened to these guys for like the past 2 years, and I listen on their podcast, their amount of success that they were able to create from the beginning. Just on day one, they were just doing like some local inner city stuff. And all of a sudden, these dudes talking about big money in real estate. And I'm like, yo, what? All right. Bet that. Bet. So I got on our podcast, Mark, and I started saying the same stuff. I started speaking into existence,
and look what happened.
boy, bro, for real. Like, this isn't. It was theory at first. Fucking mosquito. It was theory at first. I ain't cutting that. I'm not cutting that. It was theory at first, bro. And I started saying it on the podcast. But y'all know what happened? I had to listen to myself say it. And I'm the only person that has ever been on the Dirty Trump podcast that has listened to every single episode of the Dirty Trump podcast on repeat.
Yeah.
I'm mad now because I got back up to episode 97. I'm waiting for I got back up to episode 98, bro. I'm waiting for 99 to come out now. This episode 99 right here, bro. I'm just being real. I had to listen to myself. What happened, bro? I had to listen to myself, tell myself these things. What is that, Mark? When you say something so much, it just becomes true. What is that?
Oh.
Affirmations. Affirmations. I listened to myself say this so much, bro, that it became reality. I ain't had no choice. I said it. I ain't have a choice. I got the joints on my wall when I go out every day. I look at them. I say them in my head over and over every single day, over and over, all day long. I say them because it puts me in a position where I have no choice but to act on it. So y'all got to get to the point where you stop letting the problems that you having in your life hold you back from doing the things that you're supposed to do. Because the problems, I promise you, bro, I promise you, more money, more problems. More money, more problems. And just because you having a problem in front of you right now don't mean you could be having that same problem next year. Don't mean you'll be having that same problem next week, next month, tomorrow. And the more money you make, the more success you're going to get, you're going to have more problems. I love when I hear people tell me that rich folks, they got too many problems. Well, I promise you, if a rich person had the same problem that you had, they'll probably commit suicide because they'll be wondering how the fuck they got back there. How did they sink so low? Jesus. Just think about that. The problems that you have in front of Mark. When you having an issue at work, what do I? Well, not you, because your ass ain't never fazed by nothing. But I tell everybody, Mark. I tell everybody, you know what I say? It's just Amazon, bro. It's just Amazon. Why do you think I say that?
It's a job. Well, I can't say
because, bro, the reason I say that to everybody when they're having an issue at work is because, bro, you could be having way more problems than this. Yeah. There's somebody who wants the problems that you have because they don't have a job or they can't afford to do whatever. They're in a situation where, they can't work. So there's somebody who wants your problems. But on the other side, there's also a person who, if they had your problems, they would literally die from a heart attack because they would be trying to figure out why they fell so far down a totem pole. So, bro, you got to understand your job is just your job. Oh, that bitch done flew through here and flew over there. God damn. You got to understand that your job is just a job. It's just a stepping stone. It's just a pit stop. I don't know. I don't care what you want to call it, but you got to start treating your job like it's just a job. If you seek to do more in life, then the problems that you are having at your job are not the problems that's keeping you from doing what you need to do. The problems that's keeping you are the problems that you have internally. It's what's going on in here. It's what's going with the reality that you created in your mind, the problems that you created in your mind. So you got to get out of that. You got to move past that. You got to go through that thing like a brick wall. You got to go through it. Because if you stay there, if you stop at that wall, you stop at it, you look at it, and you lose your momentum. That's it. It's over. You got to start over from the beginning. And once you start running, you got to keep running. Because if you stop, I don't know if y'all know this, but a track star, if they were to stop running in the middle of the track, in the middle of the field, if they stop running and try to keep going, bro, it's going to be so much harder to pick your heart rate up after you stop running than it is for you to just keep going. Move through it, water. Move through it like water. Because if you stop, only water that doesn't move freezes, fam.
Oh.
Only water that doesn't move freezes. Running water does not freeze. That's why they tell you in the wintertime, leave your faucet on.
Mm-hmm.
Leave your faucet on so your water don't freeze, because running water does not freeze, fam. So if you stop at every single elephant, then you just going to be stuck. Because you got to go through a whole minefield of them jokers. And once you stop, they're going to crowd around you. And this is just a metaphor, right? And this is what happens when you have problems and you let problems stack up. Once you stop for one problem, if you don't move past it, you don't blow through it, if you don't stop at it, then you like the woe is me. Everything is happening to me right now. Oh, it's always something. You hear people say it all the time. You got to go through it, bro. Do not stop for every single problem. Keep moving forward, and keep pushing to whatever it is that you want, bro.
I'd like to touch on the mindset that people get in, or that people get in, that like having a job or having a fairly high paying job will solve all their problems. We were just talking about the position that you're in. I went to work yesterday, and some of the people that was in your position, they were talking about like the $2 extra that they make on overtime, or the $2 raise or whatever, and they're just like, yo, for like that $2 is don't amount to anything. And I was like, y'all saying a lot. Y'all kind of going back and forth. Y'all going in a circle with y'all conversation, and I don't like circle conversation. But cause I hate them, because I had an ex that would do it, and I'm just like, yo, we keep coming back to the same thing. You either break off and go this way, or just stop. I don't want that. But I was like, yo, the rule of thumb, keep it simple. Like, yo, the more you make, the more they take. That's any job. The more you make, the more they take. Stop looking to be like, I mean, if you want to move up the corporate ladder, yes, that's fine and dandy. But your job is still your job. It's owned by somebody else. You're getting a fraction of what like the entire job makes in total, a very small fraction. Like there's probably a point and then so amount zeros, and then this is your salary. So why not want to do more? Why not push yourself to do more, to get out that 9-to-5 rat race, that crazy word of like, because like I ain't gonna say construction is like the worst of jobs, but like it's you see some very, very finicky personalities and stuff. I've seen some crazy at construction site. I've seen a dude fall off a scaffold. Don't know how high it was. It looked pretty high. Fell off, got up, his arm was dangling to the side. It wasn't off, but I mean, looked like it hurt. He just rolled by his business. Saw him the next day. I don't even think he went and like reported it because I think they'd have to do a whole bunch of background checks or whatever.
They had to take him out of work, and he couldn't afford it. He couldn't afford it because he got money problems.
And I'm like, nah,
he got poor man money problems. So he was like, all right, my job come first. My job come before my health. And like to Marcus's point, bro. To Marcus's point, y'all in this zone where you like, all right, if I made more money, then all of my problems would be magically resolved. Be that as it may, you make a little bit more money, but you still hate your job.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta address that. The fact that you making more money is not going to solve the fact that you hate your job. You hate your job for a reason. You hate working for a reason. You gotta stop at that right there. You gotta figure that one out first. Figure out what you're passionate about and go for what you're passionate for, bro. There has never been a moment in anybody's life where it made more sense to chase a job before you chase passion. Never. And for people, and we got people at our job, man, who they really do feel that if they made more money, then they'll be happier. It'll make them so much more happier. Let me tell you exactly what having more money would do to you.
Let them know.
Oh no, I did nothing. I did. Like nothing will happen. Mark, think about it, bro. The year we started working there, people was complaining about not getting paid enough, dog. People were complaining about not getting paid enough the year that we started working there. We got paid more, and they were still asking for more.
Yep.
They changed, bro. And let me tell y'all what happened, dog. And I want to, and I'm only saying this to prove a point, right? Because that's the only reason I say stuff nowadays. We were making $11.50 when we started.
Yeah.
$11.50 the year that you came back. Because we didn't start getting paid the 15 but until like I think it was November of 2018. And listen to that. That shit sound nasty. That sound fucking disgusting. Yeah, we were getting paid. We started off getting paid $11.50 an hour.
Yeah.
And in November of 2018, we went to getting paid $15.50. And when we took the bump from $11 to $15.50, bro, there was so many new cars out in the parking lot, bro. I'm talking so many new cars. I seen 30-day tags for days, dog. Like I'm talking like every other parking space had a 30-day tag on it, dog. And why do I bring that up? Because like y'all said, if you made more money, it'll fix all your problems. Well, I don't really know what your problem is or what problem you're trying to fix. But if you just wanted to make more money, you just come to work another day. That'll fix that problem.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you're trying to buy, you just come to work. I mean, shit, just come to work an extra day. That'll fix that. Like, for real, you don't have to make more money in order to do that because it ain't nothing but what? 20, 30 extra dollars a week? Well, not the 15, not the $11 to the 15, but that last joint that they got between the 15 to now, that was fucking ridiculous. Some people lost money.
Yeah.
Some people lost money, bro. Like some people paycheck went backwards. Like their pay rate went backwards. And what am I saying that for? Like, yo, you thinking that you just going to get paid an extra $1 and it's going to just fix your life up. Bro, you still got money problems.
As long as you're making money, you got
right. As long as you getting a paycheck, you gonna have money problems, bro. And Mark just said it, bro. Like y'all out here trying to chase more money, and y'all having a conversation about more money. Meanwhile, you selling time, and you selling time and getting nothing for it. They pay you pennies and nickels to sell your time. Meanwhile, there's people in the world right now who said, bro, you couldn't get me out of bed for $2,000. You couldn't get me out of bed for $2,000. And meanwhile, y'all got the same skill, y'all got the same ambitions, y'all got the same drive, but y'all ain't put in none of the work to make none of that happen. Y'all doing the same goddamn thing that they doing, but y'all rather go cry about not making more than $15 an hour. And I'm not trying to bash on anybody, dog. And we can end on this, Mark, because we've been on here for a hot minute. We said this was going to be the longest episode, I think.
Hello?
Can you
hear? Yeah. It's going in and out.
Right now it is?
Okay, you good.
Yeah, it for whatever reason, it just like turned off for a second. It gave me the message. But yeah, now that I'm back. It's still all right. So now that I'm back, detour over. I ain't trying to beat on y'all, bro. I ain't trying to verbally abuse you. I ain't trying to make nobody feel bad, dog. I'm just trying to let y'all know that there is something out there. There's something more, right? And like y'all looking at people who just want more. We just want more out of life. We want to leave something behind. And I understand that, look, times get hard.
Yeah.
Things happen. Problems happen. Like, yo, you can't stop problems from coming to you. But if you stay there, if you dwell in the problem, you just multiply the problems. I need y'all to understand that. Like, and it's cool that you hurt about where you are right now. But at some point, you're going to have to get up. At some point, you're going to have to suck it up and say, look, I can't do nothing about this right now. But what I can do is prepare myself for the next one. And I need y'all to get to a point where you can just prepare for what's the bad things and focus on doing nothing but positive things. I need y'all to get to that point, man. And I apologize to anybody who listened to this and got their feelings hurt, man. I apologize, but I promise you it's necessary. I listen to books that when this came out, when this concept of moving past your problems and past your struggles came out, bro, I had to park my car. I was on the highway listening to an audiobook. I had to pull over to take a breather, bro. Like, I'm being real with y'all. Like, this information is not new to me, and I understand that it's going to hurt. I do. I get it. It's going to be the most painful thing that you ever had to do in your life. It is. But it needs to be done. If you are the type of person, especially if you're listening to this podcast right now, listening to our voice right now, you are one of the people who you want more out of life. And that is okay. Don't let the world tell you that there's something wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You want more out of life, and that is perfectly fine. So reach for it. But the world will try to convey you or persuade you to be somebody that stays stagnant. And it's easier to stay stagnant than it is to move forward because you don't want to feel that pain. You don't want to feel that discomfort. You don't want that challenge. But I promise you that once you get over that challenge, once you get through that bump, once you squeeze through there, once you get that thread into that needle and you start sewing, ain't nothing gonna stop you. So y'all keep that in mind, man. And y'all move forward. Just keep moving forward. The green arrow is up for a reason. Take care of your star player, man.
Hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Dirty Trunk
99,
podcast.
man.
Episode 99.
Episode 99. I'm excited about that, man. I'm excited. We got a special episode coming up for y'all next week, and we're still trying to get the get the logistics. Me and Mark about to have a conversation about that right now. Once we get off of there. So be sure to check us out. Yeah. So never mind. I was about to put a plug out for tomorrow for whatever reason. I guess I don't remember how time works, but yeah, I think I said something about it on the last episode. That I will be at Richmond Comics on August the 14th. But we getting prepared for Heroes Assemble right now, and in September. So you guys can catch us there. And the second book will be out at that time. So be sure to check that out. I got like 15 minutes to finish the joint.
15 minutes.
This is the deadline coming up real fast, man.
Okay.
And it's crunch time, and the pressure is on. The pressure is on. I got into that joint and changed the ending. When I read it, I was like, I want to add a little bit more. And Alyssa was like, how much more? I was like, I think about a chapter or two. Well, it's 7 chapters later. It's
What?
I guess it's about done. I don't know, man. I'm still writing. I'll let you know when I'm done.
I guess it's about done.
I'll let you know when I'm done, man. It's terrible. 99 problems. It's problem number 97.5. But look, I love it, man, because the more problems I have in this, man, the more I know I'm growing, man.
Ooh.
I feel it, man. Like I used to try to stay away from it, man. I remember when it came to publishing the first book, man, I was just like, I don't want those problems. I'm afraid of those problems. I don't know what they look like. I don't know how to perceive them. So I think I'm a kind of, and I feel like in some of those instances where I could have published on those dates that we were saying that we weren't, or we said we were and didn't. I feel like it might have been me holding myself back on those, man. So yeah, I love to have these problems, and I can't wait to see how many problems I'm gonna have before I get to where I need to go. Well, what's going on with you, man?
That's what's up.
Catch us up.
Still just grinding. I'm gonna start actually putting, not stuff on paper, but stuff on the programs, and start hashing it out. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna see if I can do that today, actually. Putting stuff together. That's probably gonna be like, I'm gonna say 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna start putting stuff together. Hopefully I'll have like a rough something by, let's say
it'll be your first one.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
I'm gonna put a date on it.
Go ahead. Put a deadline on that thing. I'm with it. I am with it. Also,
October 20th. I'm gonna have some
October 20th. I'll be in Preptober at that time, preparing for NaNoWriMo again. I'll be at that point. I think I'll be starting on book 4 of the series, because at that time I think I'll have book 2 or book 3 finished at that point. So and of course that one will be releasing and on I don't think we set a date, but it'll be releasing before Christmas. So yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to whatever whatever you got going on, and I can't wait to see it, man. Have we started looking into going to any conventions to talk to some of the indie game publishers and stuff like that?
I haven't like sat down and like wrote out what I would go to, because the car situation came up. But once I I do like probably 2, maybe 3 weeks of 55s. And then I look at something, check with Courtney, see how her schedule is, see if I can get out to something not too far away. If it's
yeah, man, just let me know, bro. We ride up them things and check out the competition, see what they up to, and learn a few things, man. Network and kind of link up with some people, man, because you know that's what we good at. We gonna make that happen.
All right.
Yeah. So you know, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, check us out on our social media platforms. All those links will be in the show notes. Check us out on oh well, I guess we don't have anything else. Check out the YouTube channel. At this time, the AJ McMullen Author Tube channel is coming back. So if you want to know any writing tips and want to check that out, come check me out on YouTube as AJ McMullen. Check me out on ajmcmullen.com and buy the book. The Gem State Siege is still out and still on a very modest discount on my website. You can find it on Amazon and on ebook and paperback, but on my website you're going to be very, very surprised and you're gonna love the sale that I have going on my website, as well as the pre-order for the for book 2 that releases on September the 4th. You guys want to make sure that you get that discount code that's in the Gem State Siege. So be on the lookout for that. Other than that, I don't have anything else, man. I don't have anything coming up at the moment. So other than tomorrow, but you know, too late to talk about that. Yeah. So with that being said, I guess we done, man. Go ahead, close us out.
All right. Like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dirty Trunk Podcast where the elephant is always welcome.
All 99 of them.
Morton. This is Aaron Mack. We are signing out. Thank y'all for listening.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.